When it comes to getting clicks on your videos, the first thing people look at is your thumbnail, because it's the most important feature that will take your content from a few thousand views to 6 figures and beyond. However, learning how to create thumbnails takes loads of time, and buying quality thumbnails cost a lot of money. But thankfully, there's a solution. With this new AI thumbnail maker, you can literally turn any thumbnail on YouTube into your own. You simply find a thumbnail, copy the URL, paste it, add your persona, click generate, and that's it. No design skills needed. So if you want to level up your thumbnails and gain crazy amounts of views with literally no effort required, you're going to want to see this. We'll be looking at Pixels. I'll leave a link in the description down below so you can create an account. Next, you'll be taken to the dashboard of Pixels. Now, as you can see, there's a couple of options we can choose between. To start off, we will look at the recreate feature. Essentially, this allows you to recreate any thumbnail on YouTube and turn it into your very own. All you need to do is simply find a thumbnail that you'd like to recreate. For this example, we will look at Mr. Beast's thumbnail. So all you need to do is simply get the URL of the video, and then you paste a link here, and then you can choose the inspiration weight. This determines how similar your thumbnail will be to the original. I personally like to keep it on high, as I believe it gives the best result. And then you can choose your persona. So if you do not have a persona, you can simply go to the top left, click on the box, and then go to the persona area and then click on create. You then want to go ahead and follow these guidelines. So if you're creating thumbnails with your face, you can then input your name and give at least 10 images of yourself. After that, you can then click on generate. Then you can choose your persona. So I have mine here, which is called Jack. And after that, you can click on generate. And there we go. After 10 seconds of generation, we now have a Mr. Beast thumbnail, which looks absolutely amazing. And here's the difference between the inspiration weight. For the majority, you'll definitely want to keep it at high, considering it does give the best result. And that's only a small amount of what you can actually do with this feature. I've created so many different thumbnails simply by just pasting in a link. It's crazy how good the generation is. Next, we can look at the prompt to thumbnail feature. This feature really allows you to get a more tailored thumbnail to your needs. So if you struggle to find a thumbnail that you want on YouTube, you can simply type in a prompt. For example, here we can type in a bird's eye view of a scared man stuck in the middle of the ocean with sharks behind him and big yellow text at the top saying diving. I've noticed these shark videos get a lot of good views, and the thumbnails are pretty basic. However, with some good old yellow text, I believe this thumbnail will stand out a lot more. And there we go. After generation, it has now created this amazing thumbnail. Again, all just from a single prompt. Now, one thing that I did notice is that the man's eyes aren't correctly generated. So what I can do is actually go back and click on the drop down section and click on redo. After that, it has now given me this great looking thumbnail, which actually looks even better and a lot more bright. And we can even take that a step further. Let's say we wanted to change anything within that thumbnail. For example, the color of the text. All I can do is click on the edit option here, and then I can type change the text color to red and then click on generate, and there we go. It has now changed the text to red. So when it comes to prompt to thumbnail generation, you don't want to give a basic prompt such as a man in the ocean with sharks around him. That is not what you want to do. Instead, you can do something like this prompt here. It explains the camera angle as well as the emotion of the person, where this thumbnail is located, along with anything else within that thumbnail and other eye-catching features such as text. This will give you a lot more better generations when it comes to this feature. You don't want to overdo it too much or overload the system. And then finally, we can look at the face swap feature. This feature is very self-explanatory. You can swap the face of a thumbnail. So I simply drag the thumbnail in and then drag the face that I want to swap in, which in this case is Elon. Then I can click on generate, and there we go. As you can see, Ryan has now turned into Elon Musk. So everything so far that I have showed you all looks great. However, are all of these features actually worth it? In my opinion, yes. However, the prices aren't exactly generous. If you do choose a plan, you can use the code KF50 and you can save 50% off any of these plans. So with the premium plan, which I am currently using, it does come at $40 per month. However, with the code applied, it is only $20 per month. So really, you're actually paying for the essential plan, but with the premium features. You gain access to 1000 credits, which is around 100 thumbnails per month. It works in any languages, as well as the most important feature in my opinion, which is the personas. This feature essentially allows you to turn any thumbnail into your own with your own face. Definitely make sure to go through the plans and find the best one suited suited for your needs. So if you really want to step up your thumbnail game, I would highly recommend checking out Pixels. Again, all of the relevant information will be provided in the description box down below, and enjoy the perks of this amazing AI thumbnail maker.